like you were saying, like the lions, and they walk and they've got the paws and they're all like this, and the cheetah just doesn't have to prove itself, but when it wants to run, it will just and it's run. But then don't you think like that sometimes humans, this is going to sound really weird. Okay, I'm going to just bear with me. But I almost think like, you know, in nature you have like symbiotic relationships where you might have a tree and then it's got a plant that grows on it, and then that plant would otherwise never be able to get the light. So it grows with a tree, and if it's symbiotic, it doesn't hurt the tree. The tree is happy. You know, you have those little fish that swim with sharks and they clean their teeth. And that kind of symbiotic relationship. And then you've got the parasitic relationships, and then the ones that, you know, viruses and those, but then they might get too clever and then they'll end up killing they're too aggressive, and then they'll end up destroying their source. And then you have the chameleons, you know, the ones that then they change and they can be whatever you want them to be. I just think there's so many, like our personalities, our behavior, and I sometimes look, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I sort of think, yeah, you're a chameleon, you're a parrot, you're a cheetah, you know. And I sort of, can I say what I think I am?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
And I kind of think like I'm the lioness, you know. I sometimes think of myself like that because then I like my little, I'm protective, fiercely protective, but I also like to hunt. You know, the lion will defend its territory, but I like to hunt. So I sort of think of myself like that. But yeah, we put silly things in it. But what do you think?
Yeah, so I think you're right. I mean, if you look at the fact that the lioness, primarily above all and anything else, it's about looking after the cubs. So that's the first thing.
Totally. It's number one.
That goes with something, but that I could tell you had something that you were holding back then from when I said that. I'm not going to say
no,
anything.
please. No, come on. So let's share.
Yeah. So when you spoke just, and when I said to you about like kind of I'm not reading you. Sometimes there's something that happens and it does stand out.
Yeah.
So when I said about protecting the cubs, and you went and that kind of compressed lip for a minute. For a moment, that is generally when somebody agrees with you, but they're holding something back. So it might be truthful.
You're totally right. You are totally right, because I'll tell you something. I walked off the Apprentice publicly in front of, and I'm aware that this is a platform, a stage, and I walked off. I didn't like the whole process. You know, it wasn't for me, and I wasn't able to speak to my family in the way that I wanted to. And I am not going to do things for my career at the expense of my children. That's just not going to work, you know. And I came out publicly saying this, and it was a big, it's a very difficult thing to get over, you know. Saying something like this in public, and then you've judged and whatever. But also at the same time, I am like that. That's just how I work. And I am a mummy cub, and I protect my cublings. And now that they're growing up and everything, it changes things for me. But yeah, that's so. You know, you've unpacked especially that it was so public.
Yeah,
a thing in my life that was a sore point. Like it wasn't, you know, it wasn't an easy thing.
Sorry, didn't mean to drag
no,
that out
I'm
of
glad you
so,
did, because it just it's correct. You know.
So sometimes, like I said, I don't usually watch people and assess them, but sometimes, you know, I will spot something and I go, oh, hang on, that was a little indication, and you know, and I saw that. But yeah, you know, the whole kind of looking after the cubs is, you know, like a primary objective for a lioness. But then the hunting side of it as well is also something that you've got that is providing for the cubs as well as yourself, keeping yourself sustained. And then you've also got the fact that it's the defence as well. So, but what I can see is that there is also a pack, and there are other people in the pack that you have a very select few kind of friends or associates that, you know.
There is a pack, and I'm fiercely protective of the pack. And there's also, the hunt is so much fun. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's why you like this. I think you like finding guests, different guests, and exciting guests for you know, kind of who can I have on, who's going to really kind of
you won't believe this, you know, but I've got a team that do the outreach thing, and I direct them very carefully about what I want and whatever. And when I originally got this team, they would do a LinkedIn outreach. It was very, very corporate. They've never done podcasting in this way with these kind of guests. And it was very serious, very this. And I had to take them from doing that and train them. And I said, listen, you are going hunting. That is you need to bring home the guests that are like this.
Yeah.
That is the goal, you know. And when I sort of put it into the head, so it's always like, I suppose you become what you think you are. Yeah. What animal would you be then?
Me, I have an affinity with wolves for some reason.
Wolves, I love wolves.
I was born in Wolverhampton.
Majestic, wonderful creatures.
So that was probably where it all originated, because the local football team being Wolves and that kind of thing. But I've always just had this real kind of fascination with wolves. Now, whether it's the kind of lone wolf kind of, you know, persona or what, I don't know. But yeah, it's just it's always been something that I've had this in my mind for many, many years. The lion might be the king of the jungle, but the lion will still be trained in the circus and the wolf won't. Oh. So, and that's why I kind of like the wolf.
And on that note, thank you so much. This has been a I can't even describe, like a mind expansion exercise, you know, of self-awareness, it's just interesting. I find all of these topics, and I'm going to be reading your books.
Well, hopefully your followers find it beneficial, and
how could they not?
Well, if they want to know more about, if you don't mind me doing a quick plug, that'd be great.
Go for it, plug.
I'm actually doing, for the first time ever,
Yeah.
I'm doing spy intelligence officer training from all the world's leading agencies.
What does that mean? What is that?
So it's the psychological training given to intelligence officers, with everything from mental resilience right up to strategic thinking. Mm-hmm. So all the different kind of, and I hate to use the term thinking outside the box, but that kind of thinking outside the box, the whole, not just mental resilience, but the kind of the way an intelligence officer is trained to think differently to most other people. Okay. It's happening down in Dorset in an army barracks that we've had for a couple of days. We've got the tickets on sale.
In an army barracks, literally. Yeah. That's cool. So that's really nice.
Yeah, we've got some brilliant guest speakers coming in, and this training has never been offered to the public before. I don't know if it's ever going to be offered again. It depends on the response. We've got some brilliant exhibitors coming down and showing some of the...
How many days is it?
It's only over 2 days.
So it's 2 full days,
yeah,
but
27th and 28th of October.
27th and 28th of October.
Yeah, and this has never been done before, so I'm really hoping that it goes well, and we'll see whether the people like it or not. On the other hand, it might be down to the Home Office that might come down and say, you're not allowed to do that again.
Yeah, that's what I say. How much do you want everyone to learn? But that's a fascinating thing. It sounds really good. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Well, the website is www.spyq.co.uk.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you.